I'm borrowing my friend Holly's camera today. I've got a fancy camera, that means there must be an exciting reason behind it. I'm here with my friend Jenna. I'm normally with Jenna because we're going to a theatre show, and today we are going to the Royal Shakespeare Company's Matilda the Musical. Jenna's seen it twice before, and you have raved about it so many times to me before. So now we're actually getting a chance to see it. They're holding a relaxed performance with the National Autistic Society, of course, NAS, my people. So look, they've clearly marked it out here, relaxed performance. National Autistic Society. There's been many changes put in place, but I don't want to just show how they change it for the relaxed performance. I want to make sure people feel comfortable to come at any time. So let's come and explore. As soon as you walk in the entrance, there's some visual stories here. This is the first time I've actually seen there being two different visual stories. I will go through them both in a minute though. Of course, when you go to a theatre, there's the normal signs there. But for relaxed performances, what a lot of the theatres tend to do is put up some extra signs here, just so you're extra sure as to what's happening. Just as we make our way upstairs, look at all the theming here. I've got to try and film and not fall over on the stairs. This is a challenge, but no, I just love how like the story goes everywhere. One thing I am going to do at this point is I'm going to hand over to future me, who is going to tell you a little bit more with the help of some other people. Don't quite know who they are yet, but you shall see that in 3, 2, 1. What are the technical changes that you've made to the show?
There are a raft of technical changes that have been made to the show. Obvious, others not so obvious, and it's not just about reducing bright lighting or strobe either. For example, balloons are as we use the loud bang cause stress to people in the autism spectrum. Because might narrate through other unexpected sounds, like a large burp coming out of nowhere. The whole point though isn't to create it's something that's an equivalent of what the non-relaxed is, albeit one sensory friendly.
I believe the National Autistic Society provide a lot of volunteers to help out on the day. Why do you feel it's so important to have as many volunteers present during these performances?
We do with Matilda the Musical, although it varies from performance to performance, and we can work alongside volunteers from other organisations, including Outback Theatre, who will also help the music this year. I feel it's important because it's about providing a group of helpful, friendly faces who can make people feel relaxed and well, as well as giving advice to theatre staff on autism.
What would you say is in place to make adults on the spectrum feel comfortable attending these types of performances?
Clear information provided through the sensory guide as well as throughout the performance. The staff are trained in what to expect from autistic audience members, and the actors are trained too, so they know what to ignore, which means autistic adults to worry about stimming or expressing themselves in other ways while is underway.
So there you go, there's a bit more on the relaxed performances. I've told you about that kind of stuff in the past, but there's all the specifics for the show. Just want to show you the chill out zone. The bar has been set up with loads of comfy beanbags and teddies and stuff, and if that's not your vibe, there's still plenty of tables about. One cool thing as well, you'll be able to watch the show on the screen if you don't want to watch it in there. And this is open for the entire length of the show, so you can come in and out as much as you please. I said earlier I'd take you through the visual stories. We've got two different versions, which as I said is the first time I've seen this. An easy read version, which I'll get back to, but a visual story literally just gives you the complete rundown of what's happening, what's going on for the specific performance, stuff like the cast, useful information on the day, every bit of information that you want to know basically. This one's got the guides to light, sound and scary bits. That's really useful for the potential bits that might cause a bit of discomfort, so it warns you about them all. Very good. And then the easy read version is just a slimmed down version of that if you just want a quick look. I'm definitely a more detailed person. You should be able to request them if you get in touch, and if you want to see a normal performance, they should be able to send you something like that. Fun little fact, this is our Matilda for today. She's one of 4 people that play the role, which is good because of course it means that you've not got child actors working constantly. They actually walked past us up there a minute ago.
Went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say there's subsequent
I'm now joined by Melinda Paris, who plays Mrs. Phelps in the show, who's the librarian.
Yes.
Right. Now, I believe this isn't actually the first relaxed performance you've been a part of. You've been of one in a different show a few years ago, haven't you?
So I did Aladdin at the Lyric Theatre in Hammersmith, and we had a relaxed performance then. It was a slightly different format, so some of the actors were volunteered to go out front, and they were in the foyer as the audience were leaving. So we got to meet some of the audience, which was amazing.
That's nice. I love how each show has something different.
Yeah, slightly different.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I believe you actually have relatives on the spectrum.
Yes,
so
I do.
Does it make all this a lot more special for you?
It does, definitely. Both my nephews are on the autistic spectrum, completely different places on the autistic spectrum as well, so completely different needs. And I think having theatre be accessible for them and inclusive is what we're all about. Like, I love being in theatre because that's what we're advocates for inclusivity, you know. So being able to come to a show and say leave if, you know, he gets a little bit stressed or just wants to walk about or, you know, wants to have a break is fantastic. Having chill out areas, you know, I think when you are in a non-relaxed performance, then the audience members have a different expectations, you know. If Natty suddenly wants to get up and start running about, some people might have an issue with that. Exactly. So I think having an environment where he can be free and be himself and enjoy all that theatre has to give is
How
vital.
old are they? Just out of
so
interest.
one's 11 and one's 16.
Cool, great.
So Nathaniel and Justin.
So I wonder, with this performance then, what preparation was involved? Like, were the National Autistic Society involved in your directly with you?
Yes, they were. Yes, we had some training on Tuesday, which was amazing. It was really good. I mean, even for me, because obviously autism is such a broad spectrum.
Exactly.
And it's not, relaxed performances aren't just for people who are living with autism, but also with learning disabilities. So there's a broad spectrum and varying needs, and having the training done by Leo, who's actually
we like Leo.
Yeah, I like Leo. It was great to meet him and for the members of cast to see him and, you know, just to have first-hand experience of what it's like for him living with autism and some of the preconceived ideas that we have or that society has, and how, you know, it's challenging for him and how amazing it is that we're able to be part of him being able to access theatre. It's great.
It's really lovely. So do you or any of the other performers end up changing anything that you do in the show itself?
Yeah, so I scream a lot.
Okay.
In the show. She's highly strung, Mrs. Phelps.
Right.
And she gets really involved in Matilda's story, so I do quite a lot of screaming. So I just mute it slightly, change it slightly, but definitely not, you know, compromising the quality of the show. The audiences are here to see a West End standard show, and we're going to give them that. We're going to give them basically what we get any other day of the week. It's just that with, you know, the knowledge that we have about some of the things to relieve anxiety and stress, so the lighting states might be slightly different, or, you know, the sound would be like, my screams aren't going to be so loud. They'll still be loud because I'm quite loud, but they'll be slightly muted.
So one thing, whenever I've spoken to actors in the past about them doing relaxed performances, the thing they always say is how incredible it is for them to have the house lights on, because you can actually see the audience. So how's that for you?
Ooh, China. Having the house lights on, it's like having the audience in black for me is like a huge blanket. It's very comforting because I don't get to see them. I don't get to see what they're doing, what they're up to, whether or not they're enjoying it. So you can hear, you have an audible relationship with the audience. Yes. So I can hear when they laugh at jokes, I can hear, you know, some of their reactions, but we don't get to see them that much. So when you have the lights on, it's like you can see what people are doing, and it is this different challenge because you have to try not to be distracted by what's going on. And I think especially for the younger members of cast who may not have experience with relaxed performances, it could be challenging because they could be distracted or whatever, but you just roll with the flow. So
I very much relate to I've always related to the story of Matilda, because Matilda was that weird kid that was extremely intelligent and got picked on for being different.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will take that message away, but what's the most important message to take away from the show, would you say?
I love Matilda because it's just, everyone has someone and a place, you know, and unfortunately for Matilda, she was born into a family that didn't get her, and didn't understand how amazing she was. And as a reader on the outside, you can see how amazing she is, and it can be hard sometimes, you know, to be surrounded by people who don't get you. And I think that when she finds Mrs. Honey, and especially in the musical version, my character Mrs. Phelps, like, we just love her for who she is, and she doesn't have to be anything else. And I think for me, that's the resounding message, is that it doesn't matter what you're going through or what you're like, and even if you're surrounded by people who don't get you, there is someone on the planet who will get you, and you maybe just haven't met them yet, but they're out there and they will love you for who you are, and you don't have to be anything else.
Such a lovely idea, isn't it?
It is.
So you seem very passionate about all this inclusivity. How does it feel to be part of kind of the earliest, well, we're still kind of in the first stage of relaxed performances, they've only been happening for 5 years. So how does it feel to be part of this movement of inclusivity and accessibility?
I love it. I am so happy to be a part of it, and I'm just privileged to be a part of it, because, you know, I think at the beginning of anything, sometimes you come up against resistance and you have to press through, but we need it. It's something that's needed. So I feel so privileged to be a part of it. And I think that a show like Matilda, which, you know, is now in one of the top 20 longest running shows in the West End, we have a mantle, being part of the show, to be pioneers in this area. And I'm so happy that they do it. The RSC are passionate about doing it, because I'm passionate too, and we can be passionate together and get it done.
Thank you for sitting down and giving me all these great answers. But now it's almost time for the show, so you've got to run off, haven't you?
To go and get all felted out. So
very exciting. Well, thank you once again.
Thank you, Connor.
The show's about to begin. Check that for a stage. Spells out Matilda. People are coming in though, so I best put the camera away. See you in a bit.
An exception to the rules in my school.
Just come out of it. Jenna, how was it?
It was amazing.
I really enjoyed it. I really did. They all did an incredible job in providing an experience which was comfortable for everyone. There were a few challenges, but as there is with anything. And I'm home. I'm very tired. I've had a really amazing day, and I really hope it's helped you all see how willing people are to put things in place to make life easier for us. Like, I can't believe it. I may not have been looking at the camera this entire video because I'm getting used to this whole screen thing, but I just hope I've delivered something for you. A couple of things I just want to talk about quickly. So you've seen me talk to actors many times, and it's incredible to hear their insight. And West End Wilma, a theatre blogger, someone who I've spoken to a fair bit and does a lot to support our community, is holding some evenings in London once a month where they're hosting like a chat with an actor every month, and all the proceeds are going to the National Autistic Society to help get more relaxed performances going. So I'm just going to flash the details up on screen now. I believe by the time you've seen this, the first one may have already happened, but just wanted to put that in there. And then the other thing is, I can't actually like show you how many people are involved in making videos like this happen. Like, it's not just me filming in my bedroom. Initially, Jess at the National Autistic Society, who helped get all this off the ground, and then all the people from the RSC and the Corner Shop PR for getting it all sorted. So many people were involved in making all of this happen that I can't even list them all, but like, massive thanks to Melinda for agreeing to being in it. Also thanks to my friend Jenna. She's done it, you know, she's done this a few times now, and she actually is becoming a lot more helpful on the technical side as we go on and do more. But yeah, I'm so grateful I get to do opportunities like this, and I really hope that it makes good content for you. We're getting there as a community. The world's waking up, and I can't wait to see more of that. So leave me a comment down below what you like. Leave me something Matilda related, maybe even just Roald Dahl related. Maybe you've seen the musical, maybe you've seen the story in different versions. Just give me opinions down in the comments, and let me know if you want to see more stuff like this, because I love it. And let me know about the camera thing too, because I could save up and buy my own one of these. It would take a lot of saving up, but yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye.